In 2000, we founded the Ridge Project to really help people overcome adversity and difficulty in their lives and really become people that could dream and achieve their dreams and goals. So when we found the 10-step rites of passage program, one of the things I really liked about it is that it wasn't just a 3, 4, 5 day program or even a 3, 4, 5, 6 week program. That it was so adjustable and it was so customizable to what we needed that we could put young people, we could enroll young people in this program when they were 11 years old and they could continue to be part of the program clear through graduation of high school. Or we could deliver it to them in 10 weeks. Like, I know this program will help them. I know that young people can really help turn their lives around and achieve something great. And so I just picked up the phone and I started making calls and struggled a little bit as I began talking to the secretaries, trying to get past the secretaries, trying to get to the judges, trying to set up that appointment and trying to get in their very busy docket schedule. Finally got the appointments with probation officers and with courts, and then referrals started happening like, well, you know who you really need to talk to is this guy. So you'd have this meeting. And then they'd say, well, that sounds really great, but I'm not the person that makes that decision. Why don't you go talk to this person? And I remember the very first person that I talked to that really leaned in was a probation officer. He was the head of the youth probation in Williams County, Ohio. And as I'm sitting there, he was kind of sitting back, kind of had his arms crossed, and he's listening to me tell this story, and he says, we've got a lot of great programs here. And I said, absolutely you do. But there is no one program. I said, I'm not saying that this program should replace all of those programs. I'm saying that here's one program that will enhance all of these other programs' ability to be successful because it addresses the whole person and the whole family. And so he leaned forward and he says, you know what? If you can do what you say you can do, this is exactly what we need. I'm going to send you 2 kids that we've taken through every program. We've not been able to crack their code. And so we'll see what happens. And I remember walking out of there being like, yeah, I got 2. And then thinking, oh my gosh, I got 2. I went a bigger class than 2, and I got 2 that he says have not been able to be helped in any other program. What am I thinking, right? Is this really going to work? These kids came in with, all kinds of challenges, family challenges, school challenges, social challenges, drug and alcohol addiction challenges, all these things. And so as I began going through the program, over time we began to see attitudes change, their belief systems shift. We began to see their relationships stabilize with their family and with their parents. We began to see them attend school more and get better grades. And as that happened, they started inviting other kids at school. And then we got calls from schools, hey, can we send Johnny and Joey and Jill? And because we had all these leadership opportunities integrated with these workshops. So now we're attracting the youth leaders, now we're attracting the at-risk kids, now we're attracting kids from the courts, we're attracting kids from parents and churches and the community. And it was amazing, because who would have thought that you start a program going to the courts to beg for kids that then expanded where there's so many kids that there's a waiting list for young people to come into it. And it was just incredible to watch that, the birth of the TYRO Rites of Passage program happen with the most at-risk kids that had, the greatest challenges to overcome. The schools started calling, the parents were calling, the teachers were calling, the churches were calling, and it just blossomed from there. With all of the things that are coming at youth today, media, social media, music, and all of the pressures that they have, we can no longer afford to just address a single component of a young person's life. There are not other programs out there that really address holistically young people and the challenges that they have like the TYRO Rites of Passage does. And so if you're looking for a program that's going to help young people really bring transformation to their lives, learn to be leaders, and to plot a course from wherever they are to reach their goal, then the TYRO Rites of Passage is it.